Arthas tá vivo? Olha, vamos analisar uma cena aqui. Aí você me disse se Arthas tá vivo, velho. WoW não é canônico? Ah, entendi. Deviam colocar Nagas com uma raça jogável. Ou se deviam, velho. Mano, lembrando, eu só vou pausar aqui. Vocês sabem que eu adoro pausar. E já tem data de lançamento pro Wrath of the Lich King Classic. 26 de setembro. Eu vou jogar aqui na live, hein? Eu quero ver isso com meus próprios olhos, velho. Father!
Is it over?
At long last. No king rules forever, my son.
I see. Only darkness before me.
A gente sabe que ele morreu. Ah, não sei. Arthas morrer? Ah, por favor.
The restless scourge will become an even greater threat to this world. Control must be maintained. There must always be a Lich King.
Mas em tese fizeram isso no Shadowlands, né? Falaram que o espírito dele ainda tava lá, né? Ah, ninguém definitivamente morre em World of Warcraft, velho. Ninguém morre definitivamente. Você vai por um outro plano. Arthas perdeu toda a alma, não interessa. Os caras dão um jeito de fazer ele voltar.
You hold a grim destiny in your hands, brother. But it is not your own.
Bolvar! By all that is holy.
The dragon's flame. Seal my fate. The world of the living can no longer comfort me.
Eu tô vendo o remaster dessa cena aí.
Place the crown upon my head, Tyrion. Forevermore, I will be the jailer of the damned.
No, old friend. I cannot.
Do it, Tyrion! You and these brave heroes have your own
Oh, vai.
destinies to fulfill.
Ele tomou uma rajadinha ali dos dragão e ficou assim amaldiçoado pra sempre. Daí ele tava sob o controle do Arthas, daí quando o Arthas morreu, ele perdeu o controle, tipo... Ele saiu sob o controle.
I must be forgotten, Tyrion. If the world is to live free from the tyranny of fear, they must never know what was done here today.
E aí, pra manter os mortos-vivos sob controle, ele se sacrificou pra ser o novo Lich King.
Tell them only that the Lich King is dead, and that Bolvar Dragon died with him. Now, go. Leave this place and never return.
Que matou o Arthas? A raid do... que você participa, velho. Em tese, os guerreiros... Guerreiro da galera matou Arthas. Aí lá no caralho A4... lá do Cataclisma. Eu nem vi que tinha referência a...
Lordaeron is ours. It's over.
Your father would be so proud.
Nossa, não tinha
Is
visto
that
essas.
his? You've gotten it all bloody.
Only one of us wanted this war.
You call for peace when it suits you, little lion. But you're quick enough to kill.
I should have killed you when last we met.
How rude, sister. You're a guest
Ai,
in my
irmã.
home.
Your home. You desecrate that throne with your filth! Enough!
You put the torch to Teldrassil.
Burn it! This was their home. And you slaughtered all of them! How could you take all those innocent lives? This was beyond life and death. There was no other.
Eu tô vendo... Nossa, é 1 hora, velho. Todas as cutscenes antes de Dragonflight. Todas as cutscenes de Cataclisma, basicamente.
True freedom. How can you not see that? I see what you are. Murderer, monster, butcher.
But I failed those who burned. I will not make that mistake again. Surrender. Or die.
Ô, louco! Eu não tinha visto essas cutscenes, velho. Basicamente, eu evito de jogar todo o World of Warcraft Cataclisma só vendo as cutscenes, velho. Que é o que importa agora. Dá um beijão. Lasca o beijão nele. Vai. Beijinho, beijinho. Beijinho. Essas acho que são as cinemáticas pré-cataclisma. Eu acho, ou não?
You won't succeed.
Nossa, tipo, deu um corte gigante.
A narrow vision.
Deu um corte gigante, velho. Deve ter rolado alguma treta dentro
We
do...
will find what we seek. In another.
E daí ela conseguiu levar o Anduin.
The light is with me. Even here.
Shadowlands, nossa, velho, eu pirei a cabeça. Cataclisma é outra bosta, velho. Isso é todas as cinemáticas de Shadowlands. Foi mal, guys.
Go, champion.
Eu não jogo WoW. Como disseram no chat, WoW não é canônico. WoW não é canônico de Warcraft, né? Cataclisma. Nossa, Cataclisma é muito antes, velho. Eu pirei o cabeçote.
You have failed.
I have precisely what I need.
I am so tired of your games.
As you wish. No more secrets. No more lies. You are a weapon we will use to achieve our ends.
I will not become an instrument of death.
How can I convince you? From our first breath to our last, every decision is made for us. Then, the afterlife decides what eternity we must endure. We can't even choose who we couldn't control anything. But through the jailer, control of our fate will at last be possible.
Look around you! At what and who you've joined. What makes you believe you're not just a weapon to achieve his ends?
You have a choice to consider. Join us willingly, or be made to serve?
I thought you believed in free will, Sylvanas.
Ô, louco! Caraca, mano! Pau! Tapa na cara! Tipo, ela tá tentando convencer o... Ah, agora me fugiu o nome dele, o Anduin, a participar dos esquemas dele e do Jader. Aí, lembrando, a Sylvanas ficou sob controle do Lich King por muito tempo, velho. Ela foi, basicamente, todos os renegados eram mortos-vivos, né? Basicamente todos os renegados eram mortos-vivos. E ela liderou os renegados. Quem saiu do controle dos mortos-vivos, basicamente, ela liderava quem teve a liberdade, né? Não ser mais controlado pelos mortos-vivos. Aí ele falou justamente isso. Eu achava que você acreditava em...
We've never had free will, little lion. But that is about to change.
Maluco?
All that matters is we now possess the necessary instrument. We must begin its preparation.
Vamos estar vivo no WoW, sim.
Leave him to me. You've seen what he is
Ela deu um supapo no Lich King na abertura do Shadowlands.
Superior results.
Very well. We have our weapon. Now,
Olha o tamanho dos bonecos, velho.
For so very long, you've punished arrogant souls. But instead of learning from their suffering, you've become one of them. You just needed to obey. How fortunate you are to witness the splendor of what is about to unfold. Every precious drop of anima, so painstakingly wrung from the tortured souls of lesser beings, now paves the path.
Shadowlands abriu tipo uma nova dimensão pós-morte, mano. É muito louco, cara. Warcraft já teve tanta coisa, teve Alien, teve viagem no tempo, gente morrendo e voltando, tem outra dimensão de morte. Você percebe a bagunça que ela é em vários níveis, velho. A Sylvanas chegou a liderar a horda, sim, verdade. Foi o Voldin, né? Não, não foi o Voldin, foi o Zuldin. Passou o comando da horda, velho. A teoria é que as Nagas são deuses que controlam o mundo de Warcraft. Ah, mas isso desde o Warcraft 3, né? Voldin. Tem Zuldin, Voldin, Teldin, Gin Tônica. Mano, o lobby tá criado. Quando o Chamarelli conseguir jogar, cola aí. Eu vou assistir porque agora eu tô na sessão pipoquinha Warcraft. Assistindo tudo os fillers do Warcraft, velho.
He's not ready.
Then a more direct approach is necessary. We have not come this far, only to falter now. You know what must be done.
Arthas tá morto? Sim, isso foi pós. A Sylvanas quebrou o elmo do Lich King e abriu essa nova dimensão. Eles estão nessa nova dimensão.
You know, these endless lectures of yours
have failed to convince you. Regardless, the conversation is over.
Calma aí.
One way or another, we will.
There she is.
Perdi o começo da conversa.
There she is.
Não, esse é o Anduin. Mas ele vai ficar com...
These endless lectures of yours
have failed to convince you. Regardless, the conversation is over. One way or another, we will have you. So I will offer this one last time. Join our cause, or be made to serve.
What kind of choice is that? Why even give me? It's the choice you never had. Despite all your grand designs, there's still some shred of your mortality haunting you. As if the Banshee Queen hasn't entirely eclipsed the Ranger General.
Don't.
Now
Nossa!
You brought me here. Why, you've tried so hard to persuade me. Because if you can get me to let go of hope, you finally can too.
Enough! Submit. You are only making this harder on yourself.
Not harder on me. Right now, you hold all the power. How will you use it?
I've not come this far to falter now.
Then why do you hesitate? Make your choice, Sylvanas Windrunner.
Louco.
That prison could not hold me forever.
Why have you come to Bastion?
You have a key that I need.
A cara de puto, velho.
Will release this soul from your grasp.
No. He is bound to me, just as you once sought to bind.
Agora vocês vão reconhecer um pouco, velho. Vão reconhecer o que o Anduin tá se tornando. É meio que a alma do Anduin. Então, a alma do Arthas tá meio que entrando, tá ali junto com o Anduin, velho. Virou possessão, amigo. E não é à toa, né? Sylvanas é a Banshee Queen.
Performed its part flawlessly. 3 keys remain. Then they will see. Death was never meant to be chained.
Eles começam a pegar os outros domínios do Shadowlands, né?
Oribos is within my grasp.
No! We will stop you! Jaina, we need a portal. The jailer must not take the Eternal City! The jailer is going to destroy the Arbiter!
Quickly, champions! Stop Sylvanas! Death bends to my will!
The Arbiter's defenses are weakening. Stop the jailer while we still can!
Não, quando a Sylvanas quebrou o elmo, ele voltou a ser o Bolvar.
what we need.
Too long I endured the Maker's flawed design. I will forge a new reality where all shall serve.
Traição! Ih, ficou puto.
I will never serve.
Fez tudo o rolê, fodeu com geral, pra no final falar: não é agora.
Still shamed by mortality. You did help restore something stolen from me. Allow me to repay you in kind. To their mercy. Come, be the first to witness reality's end.
Cannot let him reach me.
Fudeu com geral.
The battle is almost upon us. I will deal with the invading forces atop Torghast.
Depois.
Oribus, you will defend Zoval while he completes the ritual.
You mean he will compel me to defend him? Each time he dominates my will, I feel myself slipping further away.
Ah, ele ainda tinha um pouco de consciência.
When Arthas raised you, Sylvanas. Hollow. Empty. Everything you once were.
Sylvana volta a ser humana, não.
Consumed by darkness.
Yes, young lion. But in the end, the sacrifices we've made will have been worth it. Once the cycle of life and death has been broken and remade, we will...
By that time, I'll have been lost. And so will you. I only hope my friends will remember me as I was. Not what you made me to be.
Nossa, o capítulo pra Dreadlord. Eu soube que a Tirante vira o capiroto em Shadowlands também, né? O Illidan ainda tá vivo? Mano, quem que morreu? Ninguém morreu, velho. Acho que o Illidan ainda tá, velho. Não lembro o que acontece no final da segunda expansão que ele volta lá. Eu não sou... Mano, que nem eu sempre comentei, velho. WarCraft pra mim é filler, velho. O World of Warcraft pra mim é filler. Ela pega o poder da lua, Não sei em que momento que isso aparece. Mas a Tirande vira um capirotaço, velho. Então, eu também não lembro o que acontece no final. O Fúria morreu? Acho que não.
The Dreadlords are masters of infiltration and illusion. Our Covenant forces must remain vigilant. Stay alert, Mawwalker. They could be anywhere.
Girlfriend, you have no idea.
Not a word.
Ah, eu só brinco que World of Warcraft é filler, né? Mas é que é muita coisa, velho. É muita coisa. Tipo, World of Warcraft expande o universo em bilhões de coisas. Quem jogou Warcraft 1, 2 e 3 vê World of Warcraft e vira assim, mano, que porra tá acontecendo? Eu tento me atualizar, mas eu não consigo me atualizar de tudo. Ó, por exemplo, esses bonecos, eu não faço ideia quem sejam. Eu lembro do que? Não sei. Eles começam o Weekly Cup 14 horas.
You've been trapped here all this time?
You brought my sigil to Zoval's lair?
Forgive me, Master. We were only...
Nossa, tem bem cara de Kel'Thuzad.
Prepare yourselves. We make our stand now. I will resist you to my last, Zoval. Should you strike me down, my sigil will be lost to you forever. No. There is another way. A Mournblade. Time to deprive the jailer of his underling.
Underling? Helya is no one's underling. I will not be silenced. I will not be imprisoned. My wrath shall haunt your...
Ela deu 2 pulinhos, velho. Ela deu 2
Mother
pulinhos.
of Stone, you honor me with your concern. I am well.
Impressive, considering Denathrius had you beheaded after casting Renethor into the maw. Reveal yourself, infiltrator.
Always so clever.
Uma Dreadlord?
I am not the infiltrator. I am the distraction. Now, seize the medallion. Remove the interlopers.
Stand by.
Reveal yourself, Mal'Ganis.
Ô, louco.
Harvester of Wrath.
Que isso, velho? Que isso, mano? Que isso, mano? Bicho, volta, cara. Nossa, o Arthas deve ter ficado puto, velho.
A pity it will now be lost forever. Nathrazim, bring me her fangs.
Mal'Ganis, we need not be enemies. Join us to save Revendreth and end your exile.
We were never in exile, you gullible fool. It was all part of the Master's plan.
Esse Dreadlord aparece na campanha. É o que deixa o Arthas maluco lá.
Remained fixated on a paltry medallion. We seized the true prize, Remornia, with the Sire's essence held within it. Our mission never changed. For eons, we have done the Master's bidding in secret across countless realities. The Legion, the Scourge, Argus, all pawns in a game beyond your grasp. One that now nears its end. Keep your trinket and your realm. They are dust in the face of our sire's true ambition. If only you had just obeyed.
I give you this medallion so that I might be free to expunge the Dreadlords from the Shadowlands. Abuse this power, and I will remind you why I was condemned to Revendreth.
Fala, Valkyão.
More, Walker.
Mano, sempre que aparece... Ah, tá. Apareci só umas duas vezes. Entendi. É que sempre tem um pessoal que vai e volta da live e sempre troca de nickname. Daí eu desconfio que seja tal e tal pessoa, mas não é. Os likes no YouTube estão de pé. Muito obrigado, velho. Muitíssimo obrigado. Dá aquela força gigante. Aí tá numa sessão pipoquinha aqui, assistindo o que aconteceu em Shadowlands.
Guys, should we be worried about him?
It's not my fault he can't take a joke.
Did you truly believe you were my only means of escape, mortal? I offered you an opportunity, one that you blithely refused. You will pay the price for crossing me. But first, there are more important matters that demand my attention. So enjoy this brief reprieve.
Rogeiras era brabo, velho.
You will ever know.
Dramática Orchestral Music. É agora que a Tirande vira o capiroto? Isso? Que isso? Aí, ó. Virou a pistolaça, velho.
I understand you've been looking for me. Come then. Show me Elune's wrath.
Isso.
Elune gave me her strength. The wrath is mine alone.
Só queria falar uma coisa antes de continuar, né, velho? A Tirande ficou pistola, putaça da vida. E adivinha o que aconteceu? Ela tá do mesmo jeito que o Illidan, né? Até a mesma arma, né, cara? Olha só que coincidência. O casal perfeito agora, né? Casal perfeito. Ó. Eu tô vendo o Illidan lutar aqui, velho.
Night warrior. I expected more.
I will take your head, Banshee, just like I took his. You didn't know.
Ô, louco.
Your master is keeping secrets from you.
O chifre do Malfuro cresceu? Ó, falando em chifre. Voa, ó.
It is time. Inqua Melema.
Mano, essa parte aqui, quando eu vi, velho, falei, mano, virou Marvel, velho. Virou cometa invertido, virou Marvel. Mano. É Marvel isso, mano. É Marvel.
The night's power wanes. Once again, she denies you victory.
Mother Moon, do not forsake me. End this.
Bask in the dying embers of your goddess's bargain, Tyrande. Nothing lasts.
É tudo um monte de peãozinho, velho, num grande tabuleiro, velho. É tudo um grande...
Can you hear me?
Grande...
Look, there's home. What does your master seek, Dreadlord? Answer me!
Please! There has been a terrible misunderstanding.
Oh, more of your wretched kind? I will slay you all myself! Ardenweald? Why are you in Revendreth?
We seek night warriors who passed beyond the veil.
Explain. I will aid you, but be warned. Elun's wrath is not easily quelled.
Aparece Lune
You have our gratitude, Stone Right.
no
Tyrande is in
Shadowlands?
dire need of
Porque
aid.
só vi a tirando de puta com o poder dela.
Court of Night. No need to trouble yourself.
Oh, silly me. Here, this one is
Mano,
mine.
só essa cena tem uma porrada de raça que é tudo filler pra Warcraft 3, velho. Mano, essa cena aqui tem... O cara que jogou Warcraft 3 fica assim, mano, que porra é essa, velho? Que cor é essa, mano? Por que tá tudo colorido, mano? Por que tem uma fadinha ali no meio? Isso aqui é elfo?
Much better. This will suffice. Let us proceed.
Please, come this way.
Tem uma mulher gigante, parece um
This power, a double-edged sword. Seldom have I seen a mortal wield such rage.
Elun,
Chandras, maintain your hold on her.
Mindo, please, you must calm yourself.
Que isso? A Tyrande perdeu a cabeça, velho?
Tyrande, do not lose yourself to anger.
Vocês lembram quem odiava muito? Hein? E lembram quem ficou consumido pelo ódio também? Nossa, ela tá putaça, velho.
The Night Warrior's fury will annihilate us. Contain it.
Marwalker, aid me.
No! She is absorbing even more of Elun's power!
That is really not good.
Mano! Nossa, velho, ela virou o capiroto girando a manivela, velho.
This grove devastated. My queen, we need your help.
Vai, Lune. Apareceu. Ah, só a irmã dela.
In my forest, I will have answers.
Ah, só parece a irmãzinha, velho. Eu queria ver a Lune. É a única entidade que por enquanto.
Dare you come here, sister? After our cries for aid went unheard, unanswered.
I heard your cries, felt your pain, and in the wake of tragedy, sent sent forth a cascade of souls to sustain you. Oh, the great tree.
Todo mundo fica possuído, velho. Não, agora eu quero ficar esperando, velho. Eu vou assistir todos essas merda aqui.
My favorite children. By our hand, we may yet guide their souls unto their spring. Starting with this one. Tyrande invoked me. She must choose vengeance or renewal.
Mano, para a vingança, vai, Tyrande. Siga o caminho do Illidan. Siga o caminho do Illidan. Obviamente ela não vai escolher. Essa daí é a Tyrande com possuída pela Elune. Olha a diferença de tamanho, mano. Você fica abismado com essas diferenças de tamanho, velho. Epic Coral Singing.
Mother, is it you? I am myself again. What I have seen this day, I can scarcely believe. I was present for every moment, and yet outside myself. As much a witness as you were. So much beauty in her voice, and sorrow as well. The tear was mine as much as hers. The Winter Queen spoke of a purpose for the souls of our people. What did she mean? That Elune did not tell me, daughter. Not yet.
Ué, ela tem uma filha?
Drought and loss. Ardenweald suffered. But together we have saved our home from a terrible darkness.
Ah, tá.
With perseverance and kinship, hope is restored to our...
Curiosamente, Tyrande e Malfuri nunca tiveram uma...
And our hearts as well.
Today the forest's heart is made whole. The cycle is renewed. Death and life in harmony once more. A new sigil arises to embody our covenant's future. For all you have done,
Mortal.
you have my thanks.
Bonito, bonito, simpático, legal.
The queen is bound to her counterpart in the realms of life. Together, they embody the balance of the great cycle. Through sorrow and understanding, the Night Fae sigil has been reborn. And perhaps their kinship as well.
Be warned, Uther. We have never attempted anything of this nature before.
Sempre tem algum boneco que vocês conhecem, né? Que conduz a narrativa. Cada capítulo, pô.
I will endure whatever I must.
Agora é o capítulozinho do Uther. Uther Skin, né, velho? Essa...
The shard! It is too much! He is being overwhelmed!
We must help him. Friends, aid me.
Soquinho nas costas, velho.
Allow your memories to flow through you.
Ih, ele vai lembrar. Ele vai lembrar. Ele vai lembrar. Ih, vai lembrar, velho. Vai lembrar das coisinhas. Ih, aí, ó. Ó.
This is Alonsus Chapel in Stratholme. The day I became the first of the Paladins.
Come, Uther. Take your spot so that we may begin. In the light we gather. In its grace, our brother will be born anew. Uther, do you vow to uphold the tenets of the Holy Light?
I do.
What are these tenets?
The 3 virtues. Respect, tenacity, and then... compassion. Seeing beyond our differences. Understanding our similarities. Feeling for those who suffer. Even if... Oh, Arthas.
Lembrou.
Wait. What is that?
É um feijãozinho. Feijãozinho dourado.
This entire city must be purged.
How can you
even consider that?
His memories are twisting together. We must help him.
No, Clea. He must face this on his own.
You are not my king yet, boy. Nor would I obey that command even if you were.
Then I must consider this an act of treason.
Treason? Have you
lost your mind,
O soldadinho batendo nas costas.
These memories, they are not one and the same.
Do you vow to walk in the light and spread its wisdom?
Your grief and regret haunt you still, as does Arthas.
Do you vow to vanquish evil and protect the weak and innocent?
I do.
Arise, Uther, as a paladin of Lordaeron, first of the Order of the Silver Hand.
Ele foi o primeiro paladino da ordem.
Arthas, what have I done? Feeling nervous, Arthas?
Honestly, yes. I see your devotion to the light and feel doubt cloud my heart. You've taught me so much, Uther, but I sometimes wonder if I'm truly meant to walk this path.
Ô louco,
Great
será?
Expectations await you, lad. I have faith that you will exceed them all.
Nossa, com certeza. Vai ser excelente paladino.
That should clear your mind.
It always does.
Nossa, a voz agora tá meio estranha, né?
I should have listened to him. Why didn't I listen?
Eita!
You sought to comfort a troubled student. None can fault you for such an act.
Tell that to all of the innocents he slaughtered. I set him on that path.
Ó,
You
Genezinha.
guided him on the path of justice. He is the one who strayed from it.
May the light forgive me.
Your wound, does it still hurt?
It does. Perhaps it always will.
What is this place?
This is the moment of your death, isn't it?
Ele morreu assim.
For the urn. The one that held the ashes of the father he slew.
Why this memory, Uther? Why linger here?
In that moment, I failed him. I did not uphold the virtues. Compassion, least of all. My heart had never been so cold. I faced him, not as a mentor, or even a friend, but as a bitter foe.
Perhaps. But confronting this memory has taught you the value of compassion more than any scripture ever could. Take that lesson to heart, Uther. The past may be immutable, but the future has yet to be written.
I will. Arthas, if only I had tried to save you.
Face me, Uther, and I'll make sure you die quickly.
I dearly hope there's a
Olha o tamanho do Arthas, velho.
Waiting for you, Arthas.
We may never know, Uther. I intend to live forever.
I dearly hope that there's a special place in hell waiting for you, Arthas.
We may never know, Uther. I intend to live forever.
Aí é animação. Nossa, essa animação foi da hora, velho.
Light, save my soul.
Ele só volta
Five
quando...
paragons are needed for our covenant sigil to be reforged. Upon this day, we shall name a new paragon of loyalty.
My Archon, loyalty bereft of compassion fractured the very heart of the Kyrian. Perhaps what we need is not loyalty, but devotion to our cause, to each other.
And to the souls we
Reforged.
Endeavors turned against us. I met her with spear in hand. There was truth in her words, but I...
Mano, tudo isso daí só me lembra uma coisa, velho. Diablo, velho. Na hora...
Henceforth, all Kyrian shall be offered a choice. To keep their memories, or to let them go. Adrestes, I anoint you paragon of devotion. And Clea, you shall serve as his hand.
Me? Forgive me, my Archon, but
Your devotion to our sacred charge has never faltered. None are more deserving of this honor than you.
Thank you, my Archon. We go in service. Not only must we reclaim the temple, but we must implore the remaining Forsworn to join our cause.
You shall have our support. I will gather my allies and meet you at Steward's Rest. My faith in the Archon had already faltered. You only helped me accept the truth.
Nevertheless, you suffered greatly because of my actions. I will not allow that to happen again.
Many ages have passed since a paragon was last anointed. Longer still, since we have christened a new temple. Today, we do both. Adrestes, step forward. Through trying times, you have embodied patience and compassion, virtues that will serve you well as paragon of devotion. Five temples, 5 paragons. Take your place among us, Adrestes, as we
reforge
our sigil. A symbol of our new path forward. One born of unity between Kyrian and Forsworn alike.
Duas raças de...
What fate befell Arthas in the end?
At the moment of his death, Devos and I claimed his soul and cast it into the maw.
Without the Arbiter's knowledge? So, he might yet have had a chance at redemption?
I will never know.
Mas em que momento ele jogou a...
What fate befell Arthas in the end?
Em que momento ele jogou? Ele já tava como anjo lá, né? Tipo, isso que aconteceu antes ou depois de ele ter jogado
At the moment of his death,
a alma dele no...
claimed his soul and cast it into the maw.
Without the
Tipo...
Arbiter's knowledge?
Ah, ele lembrou isso
He might
depois?
yet have had a chance at redemption?
É, a linha do tempo tá...
No. It was not my choice to make. Devos led me down a dark path.
Now that I have seen the maw for myself, I cannot say that any soul deserves such torment. Perhaps some can never be forgiven, but you have shown me that they must be treated with compassion.
Restia was ever the most unwavering of us all. The Archon's willingness to embrace a new path demonstrates her devotion to the Kyrian. I have called upon the Covenants to bear their sigils here to Korthia. The key to our victory lies within them, and in you, Marwalker. Zoval may have won the battle, but he will not win the war. We stand united in purpose, and together we shall claim victory. Covenants of the Shadowlands, step forward.
The Winter Queen sends to you the
É por isso que
of Ardenweald.
My Primus,
Zaval
we
lá
offer you the
do...
might of Maldraxxus.
I present the devotion of Bastion.
Revendreth humbly offers our unity.
É por isso que ele tem acesso à alma do Arthas, né?
United, our hope stands renewed.
What we witnessed in the Arbiter's chamber, it was beyond mortal understanding.
Once, Zoval stood among us as the Arbiter, yet he defied
Zoval
the
teve
will of
acesso
the First Ones and sought to unmake the balance of the cosmos. For his
Zoval é a
crimes,
voz
we
do Lich King na cabeça do
stripped our
Arthas?
brother of his
Ah,
power
tá.
and bound him to the maw.
Por isso que ele tem a forma da espada do...
Domination upon his
da Frostborn.
We
Toda vez que eu vejo
used
ele...
Zoval's anima to construct a new arbiter, one that would be dispassionate and just. I should have realized that he would never stop fighting to reclaim his power and see his schemes through to their bitter end.
What will his next move be?
Zoval pursues the secrets locked within the sepulchre. Should he find the knowledge he seeks, all that you know will be undone. 4 sigils represent the renewed hope of the Covenants. I will use them to forge a key, though I must find something to replace the Arbiter's sigil. Keep pressing the attack against the Jailer's forces. When the key is ready, I will call for you. Death comes for the soul of your world, mortal. But together, we may yet save it.
By the light! Jaina Proudmoore, is that you?
Uther? Uther! A Kyrian! Of course, it suits you.
I barely recognized you, my lady. The
Ah,
last
é,
time
só
we
interessante.
spoke, was it?
Stratholme. After the calling.
I remember. You still think of him too, don't you? Even after all these years.
I've tried to put the past behind me. Now, with what's been done to Anduin, all those painful memories have flooded back again.
Memories are like mirrors. They show us parts of ourselves, sometimes parts we'd like to forget. But you can choose what lessons to carry forward and what to leave behind.
I loved him, you know.
As did I. Take that love with you, Jaina. Let it lend you strength in dark times.
Thank you, Uther. Can you stay a while and talk?
Stay a while and listen.
I'd like to share.
It seems some of the memories trouble you.
Yes. I spoke of Garrosh, son of Gromarsh Hillscream. I'd hoped to spare him from the darkness his father knew. But instead, I fear I'm to blame for the ruin he unleashed.
Fate sets a course before each of us. How are you to blame for the destiny he wrought?
I took him from Nagrand. I made him war chief. But when he needed me most, I left him to falter. And in the end...
E aí, vocês ainda acham que Garrosh não fez nada de errado?
Your father used to say that a wolf decides whether to come when called or to turn on its master. There is no fault, only nature taking its course. Garrosh shows his path, my son.
But I set him upon it.
You offered him a choice. You did not choose for him. Mourn if you must, but his decisions are not your burden to bear. His path ended. Yours moves onward.
Onward.
É só ressentimento nessa parte, né?
There is much to be done.
É só ressentimento.
So,
Só ressentimento.
Tyrion Fordring took up the Ashbringer in my absence. I can think of few more worthy.
Indeed. He met the Lich King in battle and shattered Frostmourne itself.
And yet you sought to raise him into undeath. Why deny him the rest he had earned?
I once told Tyrion that only a silver hand can wield an ebon blade. We needed a fourth horseman, one to lead the others. He seemed the right choice.
It appears fate chose differently. This is not the legacy I meant to leave you, Darien.
You taught me to defend that which I hold dear. I'm proud to carry on such a legacy.
And I am proud of you, my son.
I have been woefully misrepresented. I can be a good friend, a useful friend to those in need. And everyone is in need of something.
You more than most from what I hear. In fact,
Cara, nem sei quem são esses dois.
conversation is merely a pretext for you to inquire what I know of Zereth Mortis.
Do you not long to see the realm of the first ones for yourself?
One day, perhaps, if the purpose wills it.
Were you not assigned to Corsia for your intellect, your curiosity? Perhaps your purpose, my friend, is not to hoard knowledge, but to share it with those who would put it to use.
I admit there are so many theories to explore, so many discoveries to be made. No, I will not think of it. Be gone, broker. I need nothing from you.
Not today, perhaps, but one day you will.
Sylvanus' soul has been fractured. From the moment of her death until now.
Burn it! This was their home. And you slaughtered all of them! How could you take all those innocent lives?
Nossa, de
This was
burro. Valeu pelo
beyond
follow.
life and death. There was no other path to true freedom. How can you not see that? I see what you are. Murderer! Monster! Butcher! Why can I not escape this torment?
The jailer has severed their bond and condemned her to endlessly relive her atrocities.
Ah, tá, ela tá.
So long as her soul remains divided.
Ela tá sofrendo ali.
She shouldn't.
Ô, louco!
She's the only one who knows the jailer's plan. and how we might save Anduin.
She's the one that turned Anduin.
Jaina is right. How can we...
Ó o casalzão, vocês viram ali, ó? Casalzão ali, ó.
Jaina is right. How can we possibly trust her?
Her wound runs so much deeper than mine.
Pra casado tem filho, né?
Well met, Ranger General.
What is this? Who are you?
Someone who shared your fate, felled by the blade of the very same prince.
Arthas. I died trying to stop that monster, only to wake up haunted by one with my face.
That Banshee is you.
No. I cannot accept that.
Her path began where yours ended, and you've seen the decisions she made.
Never in 1,000 lifetimes would I betray everything I stood for. You can't possibly understand.
The jailer is deceptively cunning. When I realized I had become his pawn, it nearly destroyed me. He had no doubts it would destroy you as well. Was he right? Or will you accept her shattered legacy and tell us how to stop him?
Mano, tá viva.
Her crimes are unforgivable.
Aí, tipo, depois que o Jailer deu a magiazinha dele lá, ela desmaiou e ela tá, tipo, desacordada até agora. E daí ela tá confrontando ela elfa com ela Banshee. Daí ela tá presa nesse sonho acordado dela. E daí o Uther tá tentando tirar ela.
I must face the consequences.
We cannot.
Achei que era a irmã dela, mas não é.
And we may never
É ela dentro das suas próprias memórias.
But inaction damns us all. Time is short, Ranger General. Make your choice. I've done all I can.
You can have anything you desire.
Ah, não foi até o fim, velho. Isso aqui é só 9.2? Isso, velho. Nossa, velho, a gente tava assistindo aqui. Porra! Quatro horas? Dragonflight, all Shadowlands and Art Cinematics in order. Caralho, velho. Jaina Silvanas. Opa, eu quero ver isso aqui.
By the light.
Esse aí a gente já viu. Quero ver.
What's been done to Anduin? All those painful memories have flooded back again.
Memories are like mirrors.
Of hope. The Maw is bereft of hope. I've only experienced such emptiness once before, when I faced Arthas in Icecrown.
The specter of my brother hangs over all of us like a shroud. His choices were his own, though it does seem his fate was shaped in part by the hand of the jailer.
My father's fate as well. The helm, that blade, were they instruments of the jailer all along?
The runes on Frostmourne were a type of magic not seen on Azeroth before the Lich King. But that same power is woven into the very fabric of the Maw. And Torghast.
Arthas and Bolvar were not the only ones touched by that dark influence. The blade claimed many lives, many souls.
My father and I ruled the finest kingdom in all the world, until it was decimated by Arthas Menethil and the Lich Kel'Thuzad. I sought to restore the glory of my people. In hindsight, the bargains I struck may have been, regrettable.
Oh, lad.
Ah, mas isso daí volta muito, velho.
Only I'd have never...
Finally, he has been made still shackled to...
All this time he kept it. Perhaps he...
Then you know.
He left.
Se tá em ordem, por que isso aqui tá lá antes, velho? Tá em ordem... Ih! Nossa, velho, não dá pra entender essas porra, velho. Tá em ordem porque... não. Uma hora, velho.
You have betrayed your duty as Arbiter, and shall be bound forevermore.
Tell the others what you told me.
You all have witnessed...
Ela acorda, hein? Ela acorda. A última foi...
Tell the others what you told me.
Daí já é outra atualização, acho.
Have witnessed the jailer's power firsthand. Without the means to resist his domination, we have no chance against him. Anduin may be the key, if we can save him from...
You dare speak of freeing him after all you have done?
Sylvanas held the Mournblade that bound him. Her presence may help free Anduin from the jailer's grasp.
I will never trust her.
Isso mesmo. Taca-lhe o pau. Valeu, Adenor.
Always, Uther. Very well. We will prepare to enter the Sepulchre and save Anduin. Together.
Do you not
fate of all who carry my blade.
My son. This blade does not belong to darkness. It was forged by valor.
And also by honor.
Its legacy and ours are with you, even here.
Now, let it be finished.
Is this all that remains of him?
The last flicker of his scarred spirit, consumed in the forges of the jailer.
No crown, no throne, not even a soul left for judgment. I hated you, hunted you, and with each selfish act became you. That is my burden to bear.
Enquanto isso, a Wispzinha só olhando.
Is at an end. Be gone then, Arthas Menethil. May the last whisper.
Já imaginou nesse exato momento? Be gone, Arthas Menethil. A Wisp só faz um... pra dar um detonante, mano. E eu achei estranho nessa... Arthas foi rebaixado pra Wisp, tipo isso. A Joanna só ficou olhando, tipo, não abriu o coração. Não falou nada, velho. É só Sylvanas que conduziu tudo, velho. Vai, fala uma coisa, Joanna. Olha, ela ficou quietinha, só olhando, velho.
Domination is akin to communication.
Sabe, Tiberius, o que fizeram na lore do WoW em Shadowlands foi uma merda.
As well.
I can bear them to Bastion, Father.
This is a perilous undertaking, Kira.
Caralho, velho. Tá com pescoço virado, virou.
Domination magic is not easy to overcome.
We must harness what is within us. There is no other choice.
Ah, mano.
It must be done.
Sei lá, até começou Pandaria, pra mim é filler, velho.
So long as it will help.
Pra mim acabou Arthas, acabou... Acabou o que tinha do WARCRAFT 3, o resto é tudo filler, velho.
Anduin, we cannot put him through this again.
I see your struggle, young lion.
Eu larguei o WoW desde Pandaria, então você me entende. Eu vou jogar o Wrath of the Lich King Classic, porque, mano, é justamente... É justamente onde o World of Warcraft e o Warcraft 3 mais se encontram, né?
I do remember the rush of freedom, the clarity of purpose. When I loosed my arrow, I sought to become his judge and his executioner.
Quando você ganhou liberdade, né? Né, garoto?
That if I could punish him for his crimes, I would be...
Eu só sei até o Warcraft 3, então tamo juntos, Mendes. Tamo juntos. Eu só assisto a cinemática, de vez em quando eu jogo. Mas, mano, virou uma brincadeira de filler imenso, velho.
But there would be no justice that day.
Calma aí, calma aí. Ele foge?
Forgiven
for the atrocities he forced me to commit against my own. For anyone.
Eu vou fazer uma série pro YouTube também.
To come.
É a mesma coisa eu pro Tiberius.
There. I have done all I can.
This is not the end.
Pô, a parte mais legal do WoW pra mim é a história, os personagens que eu já conheço e tal, que eu ganhei simpatia desde o WARCRAFT 3, sabe? Pô, eu não consigo ter simpatia. Eu não consigo ter simpatia com o Tyrion, tá ligado? Porque eu não vi ele aparecer no WARCRAFT 3. A influência dele foi mínima pra mim. Agora a Sylvanas, porra. Ela tava no WARCRAFT 3 e tal. Até o Anduin. Ok, velho.
It is time to remake what has been broken. What is to stop this new helm from being used to enslave others? It is to become something greater.
Ele vai refazer o elmo depois que a Sylvanas quebrou ele.
Never again will a Lich King reign in Icecrown.
Esse elmo é pica?
The strength of those who defied domination. That which sought to bind us will be made anew.
A Sylvanas vai lá e rouba.
Behold, the crown of wills.
Aposto que o elmo, que era do fucking Lich King, vira um elmozinho. E o jogador de WoW guarda no inventário. É isso. Vocês vão... Quem jogou WoW é exatamente isso? É um itemzinho que fica no teu inventário, velho. Porra, mano.
With this reforging, our wills are our own.
For the future.
For the Shadowlands.
For Azeroth.
E pega o elmozinho
This will be the end of Zoval.
É o jogador. Eu achei que era o Anduin que pegava o elmo.
We will finish this.
O elmo é tão pica, velho, que nem aparece no teu boneco. Quando você equipa. Mano, eu não faço ideia quem que é esse boneco, mano. Pra mim, tudo isso aí é Destiny, mano. Viagem, velho. Já vejo, God.
No. What do you...
Não tô entendendo porra nenhuma, só vou passar, velho.
Pelagos, what do you mean?
In service to the Shadowlands, I offer my soul.
What? No.
I have yet to ascend, Clea. Perhaps there was a reason for it.
But your soul... You do not have to do this.
I know. This is my
Acho que eles são alguma raça de Shadowlands.
My purpose.
Tem duas raças de anjo, uma que é azul, Smurf, e outra que é...
I do not want to let you go.
Acho que é isso.
Our souls are bound as one. we will never be apart.
A new voice freely offer. A worthy soul, pure and unburdened. Balance restored.
Isso é filmezinho. Isso. Isso!
And tell Adrestes I am sorry I could not become an acolyte.
Shadowlands também tem o...
He will understand.
Mawwalker, my friend, without you, I may never have found my path. Now I can direct the flow of souls to the afterlives they justly deserve.
É, sim, cada tipo é uma casa, né?
One goal remains before us. To truly restore balance to the Shadowlands, the Jailer must be defeated.
I have faith that the Mawwalker and their allies will succeed.
Go in service, friends. Oribos and all the Shadowlands are counting on you.
Can your mortal minds fathom how long I have waited? Every event set in motion, every pawn put into play, all to claim the power slumbering within your world.
Ah, aquela ali é a entrada de Shadowlands, quando a Sylvana quebrou o elmo.
Vulnerable, yet teeming with potential. Potential that I will use to eradicate this flawed reality.
Peraí, tinha um mecanismo lá debaixo do trono, lá na puta que pariu, lá de baixo, que tá fazendo umas luzezinhas, tipo, subir assim, mano. Louco, hein?
Death claims the soul of your world. Now, bear witness, mortals, to eternity's end.
Foi easy, né, mano? Eu adoro o fato de que, tipo, quando a gente só tá vendo os cortes, parece que foi easy, né, mano? Tipo, vocês vão morrer! Aí o fim da eternidade, BUM! Ele morreu.
You have betrayed your duty as Arbiter and shall be bound forevermore.
Foi fácil, aqui foi fácil,
Your
velho.
madness has threatened the cycle of life and death entirely.
You could have sought another way, brother. Imagine what we could have accomplished together.
Why, Zoval? What drove you to this end? You preserve that which is doomed. A cosmos divided will not survive. What is to come?
Caralho, que louco, velho. Ele era um... Pô, ele era tipo...
The flow of souls into the Maw has ended. The Covenants and the Shadowlands have been restored. Only one task remains. Sylvanas Windrunner, the time for your judgment is at hand.
Vou perdoar ela. Olha essa olhadinha.
There can be no true justice without compassion. And I can see your deeds bear the mark of the jailer's influence. An influence we failed to contain.
The jailer did not control me. My actions were mine alone, and I accept their consequences.
Then, you know in your heart to whom you must answer.
I submit to the judgment of Tyrande Whisperwind.
Ô, louco!
Entrusting justice to your most fervent adversary.
Que isso?
Are there any gathered here who object to this fate?
Que isso, mano?
So be it.
Que isso, mano?
What game do you play now, Banshee? The Sylvanas I hunted would never submit to the blade of her enemy.
Death would be a merciful end, Tyrande. And I do not expect your mercy.
Your newfound remorse might be genuine, but it can never erase all you have done. There will be no peace for you, Windrunner, until there is peace for the souls of your victims. The prisoner is in my charge now. Bring her.
Óbvio que ela vai fugir, né?
Justice brings both punishment and renewal. I trust in Tyrande to achieve both.
And now, after so long, there is much we need to say to one another.
I know, sisters. But judgment comes.
Below lies the Maw, an unjust fate to which you doomed so many. And it will be there that your penance begins. Every soul lost in its depths, betrayed or condemned, you shall find and send forth to the Arbiter, to be judged with the compassion all souls deserve. You will toil there, under Dorotha's watchful eye, scouring every darkened reach.
Que isso, mano?
The final soul is free, and you are all that remains. This is how you shall bring renewal to your victims and my people.
However long it takes, it shall be done.
Undo Falador, old friend. Watch her well.
Ela vai ser, tipo, a julgadora?
The Banshee's penance will save countless lost souls. A fate that would not have come to pass had I slain her in Ardenweald. Perhaps that is why Mother Moon stayed my hand. I thank you for your aid. Soon I must return
a Maeve
to
apareceu ali, velho, de brinde. A gente não viu a Maeve em nenhum momento. A Maeve tá ali, ó. Oi, oi. Illidan? Illidan? Está por aqui em algum lugar?
the Kaldori and preserving our future.
Ela vai literalmente resgatar as almas que foram direto para baixo, sem serem julgadas. Ah, tá, entendi. Ela vai ser tipo uma mineradora de almas, assim.
For so long there had been little more than hatred and malice in our sister's eyes. To at last see a glimmer of the Sylvanas we knew.
I had ceased hoping for such a thing. I am pleased we had a chance to speak with her.
Mas a minha pergunta, tem muitas almas que vão parar, tipo, sem julgamento? Porque uma das únicas que foram parar sem julgamento foi a do Arthas, quando o Uther jogou. Aí rolou toda a treta, e durante toda essa treta, muitas almas foram parar sem julgamento. Eu imagino. E a Sylvanas vai procurar essas almas, pelo visto. Porque eles quebraram a dinâmica da vida e da morte. Então essas almas ficaram perdidas, eu imagino. Então ela vai lá resgatar. Já imaginou, tipo... Ela volta em 10 minutos. Tá terminado aí, guys. Achei geral.
It will never be like it was before. The pain she inflicted upon the Kaldoroi, upon the world. How could she ever answer for it?
I'm not certain she can. But if her penance brings any measure of peace to those she wronged, at least it is a start.
You are right.
O patch novo vai durar um patch. Dragonflight ela tá de volta, guys. Relaxa. Ela vai aparecer em algum momento que eles precisam dela, tá ligado?
Yes, little moon. Mother. Father.
Ela vai aparecer em algum momento, tipo, nossa, a gente precisa de alguém que conhece muito bem a morte. Ahá! Adivinhem!
But now, we shall see.
Well met, King Greymane.
Regent Lord.
Greymane
The fate of
brota,
Sylvanas
velho.
Windrunner brings the Alliance some measure of peace.
Peace. You stand in the Shadowlands, Regent Lord. Ask the dead she sent here whether they feel peace. As for me, that's something I will never know. Not while the monster who killed my son still endures.
I understand. My people are haunted by the deeds of monsters as well.
And what of you? Are you hoping that the Ranger General you served comes back from the Maw, or would you prefer having your war chief again?
I spent most of my life alongside the Windrunner family. Sylvanas was my hero, and my friend. But the Banshee who nearly led the Horde to ruin was neither.
Then you shouldn't have followed her commands. Good day, Regent Lord.
Good day, King Greymane.
I can't tell you how relieved I am to see you safe, my king. Even after reading Jaina's reports, I can scarcely imagine the horrors you endured.
There were times I thought I would never escape the jailer's control. The things he made me do.
Those actions were not your fault. You cannot blame yourself.
I should have been stronger.
And Rin, you are the strongest man I know. And when you return to Stormwind, the whole kingdom will tell you the same.
I can't go back, Ken. Not yet.
But the people need...
Turalian will keep the Alliance safe in my absence. And I know you watch over everyone we care about. Old Wolf.
Of course. Take whatever time you need. And when you're ready,
Agora tá...
please.
Quem que é o chefe da Horda e da Aliança depois dessa putaria toda?
Is there anyone you would seek out, Bane? For one last conversation before you return to the land of the living?
No need to spare my feelings, Lorthamar. You are asking if I wish to find my father. The truth is, I do not need to. His spirit is always with me.
Caraca, olha! Não preciso falar com meu pai. Ele sempre está comigo, velho.
His ancestors guided him.
Tem uns bonecos passeando ali no fundo, velho.
Prince Kael'thas. Long have I held the title of Regent Lord, all the while wondering if I was truly suited to lead my people. I would ask the last liege of Silvermoon if he regrets the choices he made. A chance to mend old wounds, and perhaps feel that the torch has truly been passed.
A feeling I understand all too well. I pray your conversation brings you the peace you seek, my friend.
A mortal life is so incredibly brief. I questioned whether any actions taken within that span of time could truly be worthy of eternal torment.
I confess that as an aspirant, I did not think of such things. Only of duty. It was not until I witnessed Uther's plight that I recognized the injustice of the Maw.
Never again will a mortal soul be sent to its depths. All deserve a chance at redemption. Recent events have shown us that a single mortal soul, in fact, every mortal soul, can alter the course of eternity.
Indeed. For good or for ill. In the end, it was
It doesn't
mortals and their
even matter.
decisions that shaped the fate of the Shadowlands.
As Arbiter, I will take that lesson to heart. Every soul will be treated with compassion and will be given a voice in which afterlife awaits them.
Why are you here, Anduin?
Isso!
Your kingdom and your friends are awaiting your return.
Isso, ele pulou lá, véi.
The ones I almost killed. They believe my hands are clean. But they don't feel clean.
It is perilous to confuse what you are made to do with what you choose to do.
How can I not when it all blurs together? It was so horrific and exhilarating. And it sickens me to think that satisfaction may have been mine.
Ah, so that's why you've come. You fear you might not be who you thought you were.
I'm starting to wonder if I ever knew. For the first time in my life, I'm afraid that if I call on the light, it won't answer. If I've no trust in myself, how can I expect my kingdom to trust me? To put their faith in me when mine has faltered?
Must you bear that weight?
A king does not have a choice.
No choice? I thought you believed in free will.
I need time to think about many things.
Anduin, I have faced who I was and accepted what I've done. Now, the work begins.
Yes, it does.
Calma aí, ele vai ajudar ela?
Farewell.
Ah, tá.
Windrunner. Until our paths cross again.
Ih, os dois vão ficar juntos, velho. Novo casal. Nossa, os dois vão ficar juntos, mano. Senti o romance aí, velho. Nossa, eu senti o romance ali, velho. O romancezinho bateu ali, mano.
You came to my realm in pursuit of justice. Did you find it?
I came here seeking vengeance.
Não, aqui, ó, velho. Um momentinho ali, ó.
Honest Windrunner.
Ó, olha o olharzinho, velho.
Farewell.
Eles até dão risadinha, mano. Eles até dão risadinha, velho.
Yes, it does. I need to...
Aqui, ó. Até dá uma risadinha.
No choice. I thought you believed in free will.
Ó, olha, até dá uma... uma brincada, ele dá uma risadinha. Você acha que ele foi lá até o fundo da puta que pariu, sei lá o quanto, só pra pensar e dar uma conversadinha? Não, velho. Ah, mano, tratar ali de umas filosofias? Não, mano. Por favor. E ela abriu o coração, ela falou, nossa, eu me aceitei.
Now, the work begins.
Yes.
Ó, ele dá até uma relaxadinha ali, ó. Olha pra baixo, olha pra ela.
Farewell, Sylvanas Windrunner. Until our paths.
Ó. Ele até tá esperando. Ele tá até esperando que o caminho dos dois se reencontrem. E ela ainda termina. Leãozinho. Ah, não, velho. Os dois vão... Nossa, mano. Aí tem tchá-tchá-tchá, velho. Aí vai ter tchá-tchá-tchá. Confia em mim, velho. Confia em mim. Vai ter tchá-tchá-tchá, velho.
Did you find it? I came here seeking vengeance. But within these groves, and by the light of Elune, I found something I feared lost. Hope.
And thanks to that choice, a sister's bond, once broken, has been mended. This tear was born of sorrow. Now it shall become a vessel of renewal. These souls were saved from the darkness of the moon. Unto them I have offered eternal tranquility in the boughs of Ardenweald. They have chosen instead to become part of a new beginning for their kin.
Piu, 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 piu. A Tirante vai ficar eternamente nessa forma Megazord de Elune?
Embodies the cycle of death and life.
Quando eu tava jogando essa caceta, era todo um blá 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 desse, eu só pensava, me dá o poder, pô, tô nem aí.
May it bring your people happiness and peace.
Entendi nada, velho.
On behalf of all the Kaldori, I thank you. Andu Falador. Ysera, my beloved friend, could it truly be so?
Yes, I sense this seed is touched by the dream as well as by Ardenweald, a symbol of the crucial balance between life and death.
Then it must be kept safe until it can take root.
I know of a place it can be protected, but it has been so long. Bring the seed to my daughter. Marithra will know where it should be taken.
Are you not returning to Azeroth with us? Surely the Winter Queen will allow you to...
When the Queen used her own essence to revive me from the Wild Seed, it bound my soul to this realm. I cannot leave it. Not without great sacrifice.
A Ysera vai ficar pra
Then
sempre
tell
lá,
us the
mano.
price, and it shall be paid.
No, my friends. The Kaldori need you beside them once more.
O povo dela que morreu pelas Sylvanas deram uma semente pra construir uma nova árvore que ela queimou. Calma, deixa eu pensar. É o povo dela que morreu pelas Sylvanas deram uma semente para construir uma nova árvore que ela queimou. Ah, e daí o pessoal morto por ela vai ser a nova árvore. Ah. Isera tá mortinha?
One day.
Who are...
Ah, ela volta, velho.
My apologies.
Isera tá morta, mas ela tá aqui, velho. Essa é a merda, velho. Só existe uma pessoa que definitivamente morreu na história toda, velho. O Arthas, que virou uma Wisp e pum, fez o ploc, sumiu. E é bem possível que ele volte. Não existe vida e morte nessa merda, velho.
Skies again.
Não existe nem tempo e espaço nisso daí.
Who are... Oh, my apologies. I did not recognize you at first. I hope that the old wolf has sent you to help. I believe doing so could benefit the Alliance just as much as the Horde.
Até mesmo o cara que perdeu toda a alma, só sobrou um arrozinho. Só sobrou um arrozinho da alma dele e sumiu. Ele pode voltar, velho. Vocês realmente, no fundo do coração, vocês acham que a Blizzard não vai arrumar alguma gambiarra de lore pra fazer o Arthas voltar? Óbvio que elas conseguem, velho. Se quiserem, eles fazem voltar mesmo, foda-se. Ninguém morre nessa merda, velho.
And that's where we stand. Sylvanas is gone, and our homeland remains overrun with toxic blight. I will attend this gathering. After all, someone
Na verdade, renegado ficar largado, né, mano? Teve uma época que a Sylvanas era líder dos renegados, líder da Horda.
Don't you mean what are we going to do about her?
We should focus on the Blight. Farinell, do we have any more of your Plague Eaters?
This is my last one! And it's a puny thing. I can make more, but to be effective, they must be formulated to survive the plague!
If I may, our allies in the Shadowlands might be able to provide insight. In particular, the Plague Lords of Maldraxxus. Master Apothecary, what do you need to make your creation stronger?
Nothing less than a pure, undiluted sample of that plague. From deep within its reaches.
Very well. I will help acquire that sample for you. Stay close, and be wary. I can't hold back the effects of the Blight for long. And we don't know what threats are lurking out there. This should be far enough. Hurry! Get the sample. That's it. We need to get back. My shield is starting to fail. Keep fighting. We're almost there.
Ela vai passando no meio.
Did it. And survived.
I hope you're right about their expertise, Lady Menethil. This could give us a fighting chance to restore the city.
Velho, essa é uma mini Sylvanas.
Farinell, we'll need to bring your last Plague Eater with us too.
Do be careful with it. Should these Plague Lords bolster its resilience, the Apothecaries can replicate it many times over.
The Forsaken were raised through necromancy, and this shared origin has provided them a sense of unity. I, however, was raised by the light. That difference has caused me to wonder if I can ever truly find a place among them.
Necromancy is the art of animating unliving flesh. Here in Maldraxxus, we use the magic of death to accomplish our craft. But whether these rituals are empowered by
Valeu,
death,
Chamanelli.
light, or any other magic,
Lembrando que amanhã tem campeonato, né?
you perceive a difference when
E quem... Será que amanhã ganha morto-vivo? Nem a gente tá acompanhando agora? Valeu, 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 mano. Um bom descanso. Vou terminar ainda de ver essas Tem mais alguns minutinhos.
We have replicated and loaded my improved Plague Eaters. We are ready to deploy.
Master Apothecary, you should know that the blight sample we took to Maldraxxus took form and became aggressive.
Isso.
Really? I suppose that should make it easier to kill. Ingenious! Wish I'd thought of that.
Meet us down in the courtyard now that the ruins are clearing. No more Banshee Queen. The Forsaken have many different points of view, and we should be led by a council, not a single ruler.
My fellow Dark Rangers and I are with you.
Are we really going to trust a Menethil on the council?
I cannot escape the shadows of my past, but I have no desire for a throne. My place is here among you, and I vow to serve all our people.
I take you at your words, Lady Menethil. And we, the Apothecaries, will help shape our brighter future.
Wait. Wait. Calma aí, porque chamou de. Agora que eu me toquei. Quem ela é mesmo? Quem que é essa guria aqui? Tô chamando de Lady Menethil? Ela é alguma coisa do Arthas?
Then it's settled. We are the Desolate Council. We are the Forsaken.
In time, we found a place here within the ruins of Lordaeron. But after it was blighted in the war, we feared we had lost this home too. Today, we not only reclaimed our legacy, we began a new path forward.
E por que ela tá no meio dos renegados? É muita pergunta, velho.
Many of the Kaldori raised during the battle for Darkshore wish to remain here with the Dark Rangers. But any who choose to depart and rejoin the Alliance are free to do so. Adiel Shala. Farewell.
Ah! É
Within this
a...
hall, we shared ceremonies, celebrations.
É a irmã mais velha.
And tragedy.
A irmã... O Arthas tinha irmã!
I loved my family. And on one fateful day, I lost them all. Now I am all that remains of the once proud Menethil line. The last heir to a legacy that ended in shame.
So you ran away from the pain. I did too. But it was only when I stopped running that I understood. Those people out there, they're my family now.
But will they ever truly accept me? Bearing a name, forever stained by a brother's sins. Just as these flagstones are stained by my father's blood.
Nossa, é verdade.
We are all the same here, Kalia.
Ainda tá aqui a marca de sangue.
The same here, Kalia. Seeking our place, despite everything.
Ela foi morta pelas Sylvanas.
But it's a long road, and we will need your help.
Then let us find our place together.
As Forsaken.
Ah, ela foi reanimada então.
Hello, Jaina.
Khadgar, it's good to see you again. When we last parted, I regret that...
Those were perilous times. The Legion's attack, then the war. I think we both needed to find our own way through. I have no hard feelings. Only friendship.
I feel the same. But surely you didn't come all the way to the Shadowlands just to find me.
No. For years I've read about this place in Medivh's books.
Você viu esse nãozinho dele?
No.
No.
For years I've read about this place in Medivh's books. I stood atop Karazhan and caught glimpses through the veil.
Mano, o cara simplesmente pegou ali umas palavras de um livro do Medivh e achou Shadowlands rápido.
I wanted to gaze upon the realms of death with mine own eyes before.
Cara, é bom, hein?
Is everything all right, Khadgar?
O cara foi até Shadowlands só atrás da Jaina, velho.
Upon me, Jaina. The burdens carried.
Ali.
Choices made.
Easy.
Forgive the musings of an old man. I think I'll look round and see these Shadowlands a bit. See what wonders I can find. I've heard tales of conniving brokers, a city of secrets, and a land of ancient knowledge. How intriguing.
Sounds like you'll be keeping busy. Just don't leave without saying goodbye. I've missed you, old friend.
Be seeing you.
Father, I've been thinking about when we last spoke, and I wanted you to know, I will never agree with your choice to hide the truth that you were still alive. But I understand why you did it, and that you didn't mean to hurt me.
I believed I would be trapped in that ice forever, holding the scourge at bay. I thought that was the only path left for me. I dared not hope for anything more. When the helm was broken and I was free, I was afraid.
Bolvar Fordragon, champion of the Alliance. Afraid? Of what?
Of you. That the daughter I loved with all my heart would find me and see only a monster.
No, I see you for the hero you are.
Ah, que bonitinho.
And the father you can yet be, if you're willing.
I won't waste this chance, Talia. I promise you. Without the helm of domination to control them, the scourge roams leaderless. Nothing remains to temper their aggression.
Indeed. The mightiest among them already vie for supremacy, like vicious warlords in the wake of their king's death.
We cannot allow any of them to seize command and unite their forces. The Ebon Blade must remain vigilant.
And so we shall. Though Azeroth may never truly be rid of the Scourge, we will keep them in check.
Na verdade, com Shadowlands, a Legião meio que se dispersou, né? A Legião sempre era problema.
Let the frozen throne sit vacant. The Knights of the Ebon Blade will safeguard the Citadel in your stead. Talia needs her father.
Darian, thank you. Strange, is it not? We both lived lives of service, and even after facing death itself, we still feel compelled to serve others.
Sometimes, the greatest act of service is to be present for those who need us. Until we meet again, High Lord.
These reports are alarming, Lady Liadrin. Tranquillion is in danger of being overrun by Scourge?
Their forces appear far too organized for this to be some random attack.
Acabou a maior parte da treta de Shadowlands e ainda tem umas mini historinhas ali no meio, né? Ainda tinha umas mini historinhas.
Finally! It feels as if I've been in training for ages. Send me to Tranquillion.
Salandria, this will be no easy task.
Right. Take him down while we finish the ward. Here he comes.
Cara, é um monte de mini historinha,
Surge
velho.
of magic I sensed.
That traitor has found a way to cheat his own death.
If we can overpower his safeguards...
We can defeat him!
Well
Or Dalil! What a dirty trick!
Well fought. I admit I did not expect such a battle from you. Meet me down below, and I'll...
An edge? Stay true. Perhaps I remind you of my mentor, Lady Liadrin? She said she was adopted like me by a man.
To meet you, young one.
Me.
Quickly now! Use the Ransur on his body before he comes.
Sim, não conheço nenhum boneco, velho.
Anything you desire.
É, velho. Shadowlands foi ok. Só pra assistir, né? Shadowlands foi ok.